Firefighters are working to put out grass fires in several parts of green country. Right now, a fire burning near Ochelata is only about 15 to 20% contained and has threatened homes in that area.
News on 6's Justin Schreier is live on the scene. Justin, what's the latest there now?
Yeah, Craig and Terry, you can still feel that smoke burning in your lungs tonight. If you look closely, you can see much of that fire is still burning over my right-hand shoulder tonight. That fire has burned about 800 acres. Fire officials say they're getting closer to having a handle on it. They've had about 8 fire departments out here today, as well as 3 aircraft fighting this fire. Peggy Whiteman is still nervous tonight after an afternoon filled with flames inching dangerously close to her Ochelata home. She says this is the first time she's ever experienced a wildfire this close.
I think they're taking pretty good care of us. I just lost my husband less than 2 weeks ago. So, you know, this is a little bit scary for being all alone.
Washington County Fire Chief Kerry Cox says there's been at least 3 fires within the county today. This one, he says, has been particularly difficult for fire crews.
It is in some very rough terrain, very remote areas, and access to it is just almost impossible.
Cox says at one point they were spread out pretty thin. He says this fire is an all-hands-on-deck call, and the majority of crews fighting this fire are volunteers.
We've had more than a dozen homes that were threatened by this at one point or another. At one point we were a little worried about the town of Ochelata.
But Cox says there is good news for homeowners tonight. With about 8 crews on the ground and 3 aircraft flying, they're hoping to keep this fire secure overnight.
So maintaining and reinforcing those control lines, getting aircraft to continue to work while we've still got daylight.
And as many residents look on, they say they are thankful to have these departments on scene and working hard. Now, the majority of these firefighters out here today are volunteers. There will be some patrols throughout the night. Another interesting thing that fire officials pointed out to me today is when that fire ripped through this cemetery, many of these plants and flowers remained untouched tonight. Live on the scene, on the story here in Washington County, Justin Schreier, News on 6.